Ladies and gentlemen, sparks are flying backstage as we are just 1 week away from our first 2.0 pay-per-view event, Phoenix Rising. Joining you as always is me, the manager of champions, Stanley Brewer. And to my whatever direction this is, I really don't know anymore, is of course the 2.5D PNG of power, Elias Storm. Elias, by this time next week, it'll be pay-per-view action. How are you feeling?
I'm excited. I can't wait to find out who is ready to be champion.
And speaking of, as we just saw off top of the show, Zoey Stark, acting like she's ready to be champion. And of course tonight, telling Mia Yim, you want to meet me? If you're on my level, meet me in the ring. We will get into that and more coming up tonight. Of course, also telling Bayley no excuses. Of course, Bayley facing pressure from Miss Break the Ceiling Athena. And of course, Mia Yim getting mixed up with Zoey Stark and Athena's match a few weeks ago. It's all a big convoluted mess, but it'll all come together the way it needs to. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so excited to jump into action tonight. But first, we got to take a look at the social medias. Larry, go ahead and throw that stuff up for us. I'm totally not, prolonging this so that I can take notes. What are notes? Those don't exist. Shut up. Anyways, got a couple of things going on in the Blue Sky verse. Of course, Imperium officially cleared for competition as of last week. Ludwig Kaiser taking the internet saying that, quote, "We were jumped from behind, which is entirely unprofessional. We were convinced it was you." Tagging Killer Kross, of course. Killer Kross, denying every step of the way he had anything to do with it. And we still don't know who did it. We only invested in cameras this week. And going on to say, "We would like to have a word with you this week. Bring one of your House of Black buddies with you." Now, of course, Kross denounced being in the House of Black a few weeks ago to go on his own. And by going on his own, he means torment the fuck out of Gunther. And Kross responded to that, saying, "If you want to start shit, I'll gladly choke the life out of you. You're taking up space in the ozone layer." So it looks like Killer Kross will be in action tonight. But moving on from that, Seth Rollins, the man who single-handedly saved this brand from the brink of total and utter stinkitude, tweeted out, "Well, that was fucking stupid." Anyways, at Kenny, let's put pen to paper tonight. And indeed, Seth Rollins and Kenny Omega will be signing their contract. But they will be doing it in the back, in private, because whenever you do it out in front of God and everybody, bad shit tends to happen. Quite honestly, smart move. They're going to do it in my office. There's an open door. There's mediation in there. As long as we walk away with only a broken picture frame on the wall, then that means we did our job correctly. And then Ivy Nile, tweeted out, skeeted out, whatever the hell you want to call it. Of course, Ivy might have had the upset of the Grapplers Cup, but unfortunately falling short to Hook last week. And she sorry, and she skeeted out. Didn't work out how we wanted, but that just means we grind harder. I may not be present at Phoenix Rising this year, but bet your ass I'll be leading the pack soon. Very, very...
I mean, she could always go support her boys in American Made.
Well, that's not exactly how they were drafted. Of course, she supports them from afar. But Ivy obviously has unfinished business here on the Orange brand, much like how my indigestion continually has unfinished business for me. Don't drink Monster Energy, kids. Go with Arizona iced tea instead. They're only like 99 cents. Anywho, getting on to the matches for tonight. Kicking off the show, Claudio Big Stromboli won the shot-for-shot showcase the other week. Of course, that meaning that he gets a shot at MJF for a shot at MJF's title. MJF, Claudio Big Stromboli, U.S. title eliminator match to kick off the show. And then Imperium said they want a word with Killer Kross. Well, they're going to get one, but Killer Kross has to find himself a tag team partner. Who's that going to be? I don't fucking know. That's half the excitement. We will find that out soon enough. And then our midway match, ladies and gentlemen, the semifinals of the Grapplers Cup is here. We have Hook, winner of Group D, and Chad Gable, winner of Group C. Winner of this match goes on to the championship match at Phoenix Rising. I'm very, very fucking excited for this match. This is a dream match with capital DREAM and 5 exclamation marks. Very excited for this little shindig. You know, of course, and, you know, I know that technically Kurt Angle is Jason Alexander's father, but you know, if he was Chad's father, then I mean, this is a matchup of 2 submission legacies right here. I mean, Chad might as well be like, I don't know, adopted stepson or something like that.
Right.
And then post intermission, Elias held his internet qualifier, so now gonna hold mine. Elias has chosen Joe Hendry and Logan Paul to represent Glory. And meanwhile, I have chosen Wesley and the man who's responsible for all the debauchery that happened leading up to last week, Darby Allin. In a 4-way swing, the winner will face Austin Theory for the now vacant Internet Championship in the pre-show of Phoenix Rising. And then our semi-main event, as confirmed just a few moments ago. Mia Yim tried getting involved in Zoey Stark and Athena's match. Sorry, had a brain fart there. You know what? Let's try that one more time. Mia Yim tried to get involved in Zoey Stark's business, and now Stark is saying, "Show me what you're made of." The number 1 contender to the Prideful Women's Championship, Zoey Stark, taking on Mia Yim, who's trying to prove that she's indeed on Zoey Stark's level. And then our main event match, the second semi-final matchup of the Grapplers Cup. One half of the Prideful Tag Team Champions, Matt Riddle, with an extra E, will be joined by his tag team partner, Randy Orton, as he takes on one of the breakout stars of this tournament, a man who has turned back the clock, one Sir Bobby Roode, who will be joined by his stablemate in Awakening, Top Flight, and what is sure to be an absolute banger of a main event. And again, Elias, you know, we just have to talk about Bobby Roode's tournament run right quick. I mean, you know, Bobby Roode's always been one of the most talented guys in all of pro wrestling, but again, it's like he's prime, like 2010s TNA Bobby Roode again. The way he steamrolled through Shayna Baszler, the way he practically steamrolled through Rusev, who's one of the most nigh unstoppable people in this entire company. I mean, honestly, I think it's anyone's match, but at this point, we shouldn't be surprised if Bobby Roode comes out with a victory.
No, and absolutely not. Bobby Roode is a phenomenal talent, and I could definitely see him winning this whole thing.
Absolutely, but can't forget the absolute undeniable talent of Matt Riddle. Again, one half of the tag team champions. Of course, if Riddle wins this match, he'll have to pull double duty, as he and Randy Orton have a date with the Young Bucks, also at Phoenix Rising. But we will get to that match when we get to it. I think it is time to kick off the show. Claudia Big Stromboli and Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, Pride taking place in the OCW Theater. And here he comes, a man who tapped out to Ivy Nile in the first round, but hell of a comeback a few weeks ago. Of course, defeating R-Truth and his Good People stablemate, Nick Nemeth, to earn this opportunity. The Swiss Superman, the Swiss Cyborg, the Swiss Swing Guy. I don't know. This guy's got a couple nicknames, but they all have to do with the fact that he's Swiss.
Indeed, the Swiss Superman / Cyborg, Claudio Big Stromboli, as you like to call him,
He's a fun dude.
has the opportunity now to prove that he is still the one.
And now, if Stromboli wins this match, you know, this puts him and the Good People as an entire stable in a unique position. He could become. Wait, hold on. I almost said third, but he could become the second member of the Good People to earn the United States Championship. Of course, Hangman Page, the second ever United States champion, winning it off of Malachi Black. But remember, MJF, a two-time U.S. champion, of course, beating Hangman Page and Malachi Black for the belt. And then, of course, defeating Jon Moxley just a few weeks ago. Moxley, of course, trying to do his own open challenge type deal, the one in the chamber. And, well, Moxley only had one shot, and I guess he missed. And meanwhile, MJF, as he says, he hits grand slams. He does not miss.
Not at all. Maxwell Jacob Freeman is the guy when it comes to opportunities, and we'll see if he can hold off Claudio from getting a shot at the championship. Now he has a shot at the championship.
Now, one thing about MJF is that usually when it comes to these bigger guys, he tends to kind of use more, sneaky, under the hood, under the knife. He tends to use a lot more sneaky tactics. But we've seen a lot more aggression from MJF during his OCW run. He's not afraid to take on the bigger guys. He's not afraid to be aggressive. It's very obvious that while MJF already a very good pro wrestler, it's obvious that he's a lot more confident in his natural abilities. And both those guys missing right there. But then a springboard enziguri. MJF gonna try to end it early here. And Claudio saying, "Nah, I was just trolling. That was a zero." Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! I know MJF's a fan of attitude and ruthless aggression era WWE. You don't think he took after the guys who did the steroids, did he?
Nah.
Because
I don't think that at all.
I'm not accusing him of nothing, and I don't know what the fuck he just hit Claudio with, but it takes a lot to lift a man that big, and Max just did that so casually.
Oh, it's not like Max isn't a decently strong guy himself. We've seen MJF put up some. I mean, he's picked up Wardlow. Wardlow's not a little guy.
That's true. And Max going high risk. Not something we see too terribly often. Probably going for a broom. Oh no! A punch off the top rope. Not even getting the dynamite ring, and Claudio out at one again. Very emphatic kick at one. Oh my goodness. Now Claudio showcasing why he's pound for pound one of the strongest men in all of professional wrestling. And probably thought about going for a third European uppercut, but MJF again battling out. And again, there's that aggression. This is an MJF that, while he does resort to kind of sneaky tactics sometimes, of course, paying off the music guy in order to answer Mox's open challenge, this is an MJF who is a lot more aggressive and not afraid to go on the offensive. And it has absolutely paid dividends for him so far. Now Matchbook and broom handle to the back of Claudio's head. Now moonsault misses, but not on his own volition. A nice roll out the way by Claudio. There's another European uppercut. And maybe is he thinking one more? Yes, indeed. That's number 4 on the match. Now Claudio absolutely wiping his feet with the moneymaker face of MJF. Have we gotten this match on Dynamite or an AEW at all? I don't think we
Maybe.
have. And I doubt we got it on the Indies either. Oh, whoa, what a kip up by Max.
No, by the time Max was wrestling, obviously Claudio was doing his own thing.
But yeah, well, Claudio was in. It's amazing
WWE.
Oh, Jesus. And Max being swung into the ropes a little bit, and Claudio's still going. The crowd's not counting, so I lost track. I'm trying to get the cover. Oh! Claudio almost had himself a title opportunity right there. Oh, Max low to his feet. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O, the neutralizer. And Claudio doing the smart thing, dragging Max away, but does that give Max enough time to recover? Here is the cover. And Claudio's got a date with Destiny. Not only winning that match, but making relative short work of the United States champion. Claudio Big Stromboli, one match away from claiming his first title in OCW. I'm not surprised by the sheer physical dominance of Claudio. I'm just surprised he won that quickly.
Yeah, I mean, but Claudio, when he puts his mind to it, is a different breed of guy.
I mean, you ain't fucking kidding. I mean, at least 4 European uppercuts, a big swing, a neutralizer. I mean, listen, people complain that Claudio, he didn't get a big push in the Fed because he didn't have a personality. All his personality has to be is, hey, I'm really good at wrestling. I am going to DDT your head straight through your ass. And there's nothing you can do about it. That's all you got to be. When you're that big, that strong, that intimidating, I mean, he can be intimidating, but he seems relatively mild-mannered. But you know what I'm saying? When you're that fucking big, all you have to be is just a guy who's like, hey, I will out-wrestle everybody. That's all your personality has to be.
No, I don't disagree.
Well, Claudio definitely gonna go out and have a brewski with his fellow good with his fellow good people stablemates. That stable definitely needs some good news. Obviously, Claudio having to put down Nick Nemeth, his fellow stablemate, last week, and Shelton Benjamin getting eliminated in the Grapplers Cup. But now those guys finally have some good news to share a pint over. Big win for Claudio, and we will get that match. Most likely episode 36, first episode post Phoenix Rising. But for now, we got some more shit to do. Imperium making their grand return to OCW. They were set for action a few weeks ago against Top Flight for the grand reset, but of course, as we know, were mysteriously attacked by the Elevators. This is before we were able to invest in high quality security cameras at the expense of not being able to hire security, but that's neither here nor there. So we still don't know who attacked Imperium. Some of us have our guesses and they're pointing fingers. And unfortunately, Imperium seems to agree with you, saying it was Killer Kross. But again, Killer Kross has denied it up and down. But regardless of that, Imperium wants a piece of Kross tonight. Of course, Gunther defeating Killer Kross just a few weeks ago to open up Pride. And Killer Kross tweeting out after that kind of reawoken something in him. Could be a dangerous Killer Kross, but it's also going to be a very, very dangerous Imperium here tonight. Oh, look at him. That's a beautiful fucking thing right there. It's been a very, very long time since we've seen these three dudes together as one. Last time was probably when Gunther was still Galactic Champion.
I mean, well, yeah, in the alternate universe, they were like packed up real quick as a concept.
Well, shit, we haven't even seen Ludwig since before Mania. Obviously, Vinci got released because, couldn't stay out of those DMs, but it is what it is. I like their individual gear, but I do kind of miss when they all had the matching
jackets. Yeah.
I also vastly prefer the older theme. Yeah,
the symphony, yeah.
I mean, I know all the kids say aura nowadays, which, this still has aura. That's still dope. But that old entrance, because Walter used that as his theme, they used it as the tag theme, they used it whenever they did any kind of multi-man match. Everyone used it. Just when you heard that shit hit, you knew shit was about to get fucking serious, and I loved it. And whoa, I guess Killer Cross gonna let his tag partner come out first, and this is a bit of a surprise. We haven't seen Bayley in a few weeks.
That's a choice. To be honest.
Absolutely a choice. The Queen of Spades. Of course, someone who in her own right is probably trying to, relocate that killer instinct. Shayna Baszler, of course, taken out by Bobby Roode, Robert Roode, whatever the fuck we call him. I always go in between. They're getting tapped out by Bobby Roode in the first round of the Grapplers Cup. Obviously, Baszler wanted to go much further than that. Baszler's still one of the best submission artists in all of pro wrestling. Grapplers Cup could have been her opportunity to really showcase that, but unfortunately, the inevitability of Bobby Roode too much. Also interesting that Killer Cross is having her come out first. We don't have oh, okay, there's Imperium. And Ludwig kind of looking around like, what? And I think Gunther's saying something to Vinci like, hey, do not underestimate her. And now here comes the man who, according to everybody else, even though there's no evidence, seemingly started all of this.
Right, when we get proven right, I just wanted to apology. I don't care about anything else. But like, come on, we know the game. I ain't mad at you for it.
Listen, if you are proven right, I will give you an apology. I will lose so much dignity, but I am a man. Barely, but I am a man.
Fair enough.
Of course, as we stated, Killer Cross losing to Gunther in the opening of Pride a few weeks ago. But Killer Cross seemingly taking that loss in stride, saying that has reawakened something in him, much as how he feels he awoken, whatever the past tense of it is. That killer instinct in Gunther, who he almost lovingly referred to as Walter in their promo a few weeks ago. Look at the intensity across his eyes. This is a man ready for battle. Side note, they're finally giving him a match on Netflix. About fucking time.
A side note, AEW Grand Slam Mexico is coming up, and Mercedes Moné just challenged Zuxia, the CMLL Women's World Champion, to a match for the title, and she said yeah. So when are we gonna have our worlds collide? We got to work with somebody.
Shit, do Steve and Larson have a universe mode?
Maybe.
Well, who are the guys that we used to watch, who kind of did this style before us? Oh god, it was like Jenkins and somebody.
Yeah, but they would just use WWE guys.
I mean, yeah, but still, they still presented a more kind of cinema style. I call this cinema. But that's subjective. They presented a cinema-esque style, like similar to ours, where they made their own storylines, like did their own pre-recorded things like that.
I think I'm still subscribed to them.
Honestly, part of the reason I need to look them up again. There's it's called WrestleGate or Dreamgate or something like that, or Dragon. No, not Dragon Gate. I think that was an actual thing.
Dragon Gate is 100% an actual promotion.
But yeah, someone who I followed on X, as Vinci goes for the early victory, cross at it too. Someone who I followed on X was promoting their own I don't think they did commentary, but design their own, arenas and stuff, had their own, concepts and stuff. They were promoting their thing, which was kind of one of the reasons.
Gordon Perkins?
Yeah, Gordon Perkins. That's
Gordon Perkins. Yeah, they do a universe mode draft every year.
But yeah.
Or multiple, actually.
But yeah.
They have series 1, 2. But yeah, they also use WB guys, and they have their own bets. Yeah. Continue.
But yeah. Essentially, long story short, someone I follow on Twitter started their thing, and I was like, huh. You know,
Cross.
we have our thing.
You know, there's another OCW.
I did see that. I forgot what it stands for, but I did see there is an actual, like, IRL OCW.
No, I mean, there's another EFED OCW.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Are they... I mean, are
They've been doing it for a while.
I mean, are they called Overdrive, or...
No. I don't know what they are, but it's definitely OCW, though.
I mean, if there's ever any like, dispute or
Yeah.
anything... or
IRL OCW is out of control wrestling.
I mean, worst comes to worst, if we have to rebrand, we just call it Overdrive Wrestling.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Yeah, it's OCW Fed TV. They've got 1,000 subscribers.
Hell yeah, good for them.
And they've made 6,000 videos.
Damn, they just be going at it.
They've been doing this for at least 6 years, I think.
And meanwhile, back and forth match so far, and Baszler kicking out at 1. We're seeing.
Oh no, they've been doing this 14 years.
God damn. Gary,
Yeah, their oldest video is from 11/19/10.
Gary, throw up the original OCW. We didn't even know that when we started, but yeah, shouts out to them. Yeah, go ahead and link those guys to me. On Cross. Oh, wait a minute. Cross got that locked in. Cross trying to get a quick victory, and it looked like Ludwig was close to tapping. And for some reason, Gunther yelling at the official. Vinci got there just in time, but Ludwig, for a second, was unmoving in the ring. Oh, Cross with a stiff knee, and the referee knocked off the... What the fuck were they doing on the apron to begin with? Tagged at Baszler and hot tagged at Vinci. Baszler with the immediate takedown. Now Baszler, what's she thinking? Gunther watching on, and Gunther not happy with what's happening so far. But Vinci, the continued athleticism, going for a quick cover. And Baszler out at 1. She is not allowed to count past 1 in this match. Of course, Cross was down for 1-2 count a little bit earlier. Now Baszler fights her way out of the corner easy. That's never an easy thing to do. Baszler now lifts up Vinci, puts him down, but keeps her arms wrapped around the arm and leg. Oh, and Gunther, you want to talk about dishonorable shit? Undoing that top turnbuckle pad. Alabama slam! Wait, no, that was a spine buster. But it looked like an Alabama slam because of how lanky Vinci's body is. And Baszler ripcord knee strike. And the tag in the Cross. And each member of this random tag team using their individual strengths to their advantage. The strength of Karrion Kross. And Imperium, first match back. I don't think they were quite expecting this level of intensity. Now Cross
now. Working over Vinci.
Oh,
I did like when he switched to the alpha weight.
you're talking about Vinci's
Too bad he
gear?
doesn't
Yeah,
work.
Vinci's gear does look good.
Too bad he doesn't work there anymore.
Couldn't stay out of them DMs. Hate to see it, but he ain't the first one.
Yeah.
Now Baszler rolls through. And a
Bayley.
nice little slam there. And Ludwig breaks it up immediately. But very impressed. This is a very refreshed Shayna Baszler. Again, she went out super early in the tournament, but she's holding her own against both members of Imperium so far. And the referee fixing that turnbuckle pad. Again, Gunther and Imperium want to talk about Cross doing dishonorable stuff. They're supposed to, respect the sanctity of the mat in pro wrestling. And they're fucking undoing turnbuckle pads. And Vinci, thought he was going to go for that spinnerini powerbomb. Instead, ooh, Falcon Arrow action. And Cross able to break that up at 2, but Baszler wrenching her back a little bit. And Ludwig, the freshest man in this match. And Kaiser now, absolutely not. Oh!
Planning Shayna Baszler there.
God, that move makes my stomach churn every time I see it. But Baszler, though, that strength and going back to working the arm and the leg. We saw her do this to Vinci. Now a cover. Ooh. That is the third 2 count in this match. Baszler lifted up again, continuing to showcase that strength. It's very obvious Shayna Baszler has been hitting the gym a lot during the hiatus, because that is a big, big, and bad man she's having to lift up. Now Cross. Ooh, almost won with a simple move. That's the danger of Killer Cross right there.
Yeah, just pure athletic ability of Killer Cross. There's a reason that's his name.
And Cross maybe looking
working over.
Ooh, facebuster though.
Ludwig Kaiser, but Kaiser countering. Shayna being a good partner now.
Yeah, it looked like Kaiser was about to hit a house of fire right there, but you're right. Baszler, the psychology, of course, Baszler, no stranger to tag teams, multiple-time women's tag team champion. Ooh, you know something? An intergender tag division would be kind of cool. I don't know if we'd have the room for it right now, but that would be kind of sweet.
No, maybe after the second draft, and we can reorganize and start fresh.
Oh, and Kaiser almost stealing a victory right there. Yeah, I've done it before. Oh, Kaiser, what a cross body catching Cross off guard. But I am looking forward to that second draft. Oh, God, that could be it. No, Baszler stepping in. Bring it up immediately. Oh, Cross, though, reversing. Cross moving a bit slowly, but still standing. Ow. Into the inner thigh of Kaiser, and Vinci just kind of standing there. Cross like, why the fuck you standing there? And now telling Gunther, why the fuck you standing there?
War of words between Gunther and Cross there.
No, not my mother, your mother. And Kaiser just saying, both your mothers, and Kaiser just said, fuck all mothers. Now Baszler back in. Baszler's done a good deal to wear down Kaiser. Woo! Looked like a fucking corkscrew Hurricane Rana right there. And these four are putting on a clinic. The Nebula seemingly getting on the nerves of the former Galactic Champion. Meanwhile,
Tornado DDT there from the springboard. Vinci picking up Shayna. Kick to the gut. And
Baszler slips out.
Nothing.
It slips out.
Shot block to the knee.
Maybe she's finally looking to lock in that Karafuda clutch. I think Baszler had something planned, but Vinci rolling out the way. And now trying to wear down the limbs of Baszler. Baszler says, you can't wear down limbs. I invented wear down the spear!
Will she be able to capitalize is the question. Baszler, flurry of offense. But that drop kick stops her in her tracks.
Could this be the greatest drop kick ever?
Two. No, it's not. Alright, not everybody's moves.
I mean, listen.
Or Finn Balor.
This game's a little better, but you never know with this fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
And any move can be a finisher if you believe hard enough. Hell, that could be a finisher. And neither of them wanted it to be. And Bates now on the outside, and Kaiser now. What the fuck? Okay. Uh-oh, and this could be bad for Baszler and Cross. Kaiser taking what he learned from the old Universe Engine, the rope stunner, and instead locking in a figure 4 on the outside. He's trying to get the count-out victory. Oh, wait, Baszler turning it, though. Baszler turning it over. And Killer Kross getting back up. All this happening right in front of our announce desk. I think referee count of 7? I can't even tell.
Yeah, it's very soft-spoken referee. I missed the days when the count was on screen.
And well,
apparently we don't have the money for that.
no, it's not the money. It's just that I think I just have this. I think I just specifically have that setting turned off. Oh, Baszler.
No, that's valid.
Looking for something. Could she be looking for? There's the setup. Careful to clutch. Trying to go for the quick tap. Trying to go for the quick tap. On Kaiser. On Kaiser. And yes, she gets it. Killer Kross and Baszler win. Oh, and that has to feel good if you're Shayna Baszler. Okay, Kross, you're getting a little carried away there. You're married. Okay. Kross probably just a little caught up in the moment.
I mean, a dub's a dub. Technically, in his mind, his name's been slandered, and this is a win.
Ooh.
And I would assume in his mind absolves him of guilt. Not really, but you know how interesting people think.
Also, did you see Scarlett's most recent X post? That shit was wild.
Yes. Have you seen Liv's most recent
yes,
Instagram post?
Yes, I have. Well, not Instagram. Is it the Sabrina Carpenter thing?
Yeah. It was on there, yeah.
That shit is so fucking wild. And like, I'm guessing they took that picture before the shoulder injury.
Yeah.
Because like I saw that and I was like, huh, like that's kind of funny. Like, wait a minute, did she just fucking hurt her shoulder? Also, I want to acknowledge that was 4.5 stars. I'm not mad because I was only really expecting 4. I should get a 5. I feel like I deserve that for my years of service in the fictitious military. But I'll take 4.5. Diesel they don't like me that much anyway. You take what you can get. But Shayna Baszler, again, that had to feel good for her. Tap out victory after her early exit from the Grapplers Cup. Her and Kross winning the day over Imperium. You know, God only knows how the rest of this is going to unfold. We will see post Phoenix Rising. But last match ended with a submission. Guarantee you this one will end in the submission as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Grapplers Cup semifinals. Hook, Chattington, Gable. Let's go. I say I guarantee, but watch the shit end in another fucking count out.
Right.
Hook, the cold-hearted, handsome devil. Now Hook, a very interesting path to get here so far, facing Serena Deeb in the first round and Ivy Nile in the second. Of course, neither of them slouches. Of course, Serena Deeb, one half of the Mages of Mayhem, alongside Shayna Baszler. I think both of them were hoping they'd get a chance to face each other in this tournament. Unfortunately, that just was not meant to be. But Hook, those two matches, his first 2 as an official signee. He has wrestled as a free agent in OCW prior to the hiatus. And Hook now got his own little strength. I cannot say words. I can never say words. I blame indigestion. Hook already getting a little bit of a streak going in OCW 2.0, but this is not going to be an easy test as he's going up against a former Olympian and the real son, in air quotes, of Kurt Angle. I almost feel bad saying real son because I don't want to take nothing away from Jason Alexander because American Alpha was so fucking sweet. I've only seen a few matches, but like they're fucking sweet. And of course, Chad Gable, the only representative of Glory left. Josh Alexander taking a first-round exit at the hands of Tommaso Ciampa, who lost him at Riddle last week. Now, Gable... Oh, God. I actually have to take a minute to recall his path. I believe it was Pete Dunne, and then it was Shelton last week, and that bullshit. Which, I know you guys have seen the episode by now. I did get mad because I thought the game made it to where Chad worked the wrong leg and then tapped out like the leg that he didn't work. Turns out he did tap out the leg that he had been working, but I'm still mad because he barely worked that fucking leg. It was the left leg and he worked it for like 5 seconds.
I ain't gonna work to work.
And the game was like,
Gable
okay. And these two locking up already, and Hook getting the better of that. Now I will say, I'm not sure how they are in terms of like strength and muscle, but Hook definitely has the height advantage here. Not by much, just a little bit, but of course, what makes Hook dangerous is just how lanky those limbs are, how far his reach is. But what makes Chad Gable
we've seen Chad Gable hit the Chaos Theory with some pretty big dudes.
Oh, yeah. And again, I was about to say with Chad Gable, obviously one of the best technicians in the game, an absolute technical master. I mean, there's a reason why he's fucking teaching people how to do the shit in kayfabe. On a snapmare and
I'd learn how to wrestle from Chad Gable.
Do what?
I'd learn how to wrestle from Chad Gable.
Oh, 1,000%. And Hook wrenching that neck of Gable. He has not let go of Chad since this match began. Ooh. And this is also where
Hook trying to solidify himself.
Oh, Jesus. And I think Gable already busted open. That's also where Hook is dangerous. Much like his dad, Hook can hit you like a fucking Mack truck. And he's continuing to hit that open wound of Gable. Hook is absolutely out for blood in this match.
Hook, double broken broom handle.
Once again, the kick to the back and near where the kidneys are. He's trying to wear down that entire upper body of Chad Gable. Oh, wait, tries to drop the knee. Gable rolls out the way. And I think Chad Gable just saw his opening. Drop down, leapfrog, into an overhead throw. I don't know. Hook, though, already battling back. Uh-oh. You don't want to be in the corner facing someone like the cold-hearted handsome devil. Exploder suplex. He's been training with Sammy. Now Hook rolling out the ring right as Gable does. I almost thought he was looking for a weapon, but like, you can't do that. Oh, Gable, though, working on that injured leg of Hook, putting him up, planting him down. Oh, and Gable, again, working on that leg, tripping up Hook. And Hook, resilient to steel. So definitely not a fire type. Oh, but now Gable, some stiff punches from him, and he's looking for a little brainbuster action. Oh, Hook, though, immediately back up. And Hook, overhead suplex of his own. And now the armbar trying to end it early. Hook trying to end it early, trying to advance to the finals. And Gable working out of it. And of course, that's what you get when you work with a technician like Chad Gable. You know, Gable probably going to the school of the Dean Malenko's school of holds, knows every hold and how to get out of them.
Back and forth so far. Chad hooked to the corner now. Okay, I see him in it. No, okay, he's setting it up, but he hit it. Oh.
Gable feeling himself.
Thank you.
Thank you. And hoping to make
Drop
Hook,
kick misses.
hoping to make Hook go shoosh. Well, Hook, the fisherman suplex. Shit, you gotta call Hook the man of 1,000 suplexes. I don't think there's a suplex he doesn't know. Clothesline missed. German. Like you said, Elias, back and forth they go. Pound for pound, tit for tat, eye for eye. Uh-oh. This ended Shelton Benjamin very quickly last week. This could end Hook very quickly. That leg, a lot of damage done to it. But again, Hook's got those limbs. Can he reach? He doesn't have to. Uh-oh. Oh! From the ground to the back. Gable dropping down as he sees Hook rolling out. Man, what a match so far. Uh-oh. Hey, Chad, I guaranteed a submission. God damn it, Chad. Chad, get up. Get up, bitch. Get up. Elias, he's your man. Tell him to get the fuck up. Okay. Thank you, Chad.
Chad's got it.
All right.
He knows what he's doing.
All right. Ring. Now. Thank you. That's why I signed you, Hook, baby. We love you. Kick his ass.
I don't know why this is even an option, honestly. I thought you fixed it.
Well, the thing about it, there's a lot that goes into it.
Clothesline there.
You're going to be astounded by the answer.
The fact that you forgot again.
Well, number one, fucking the default. There shouldn't be a count out of the submission match to begin with. That shouldn't be the fucking default. That's stupid. I just spit all over myself.
What's crazy is you say that, but they're on the same page. They're on the same exact page. All you have to do is just go down.
Oh, Hook, red rum. He's nigh unstoppable when he locks this in. And that doesn't change.
Chad Gable taps out.
Yes.
All right, that means no glory god can be
yes
a Galactic champion for now, anyway. Until Austin wins the internet channel.
Ed was your best chance.
Yeah.
It's not happening again. Way to go, Hook, baby!
Okay.
Yeah.
When Austin Theory is on his 10th defense and he cashes in the Galactic Championship and he beats Seth Rollins for the title.
If that happens, I'm going to fucking scream.
Well, be prepared, my guy. Like Scar from Lion King.
Like Scar from Lion King. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, Hook, the first man to qualify for the Grapplers Cup finals. And I don't agree with that 2-star rating because that was an absolute back and forth affair. Honestly, any submission locked in could have won that match. And the Red Rum, again, just nigh unstoppable so far in this tournament. So Hook in the finals. We just gotta wait to the end of the night to see who he will be facing. But ladies and gentlemen, we got 4 men in the back who are ready to get going. So we're gonna get right into the next match. The second 4-way swing to determine who will fight for the vacant Internet Championship. And very interesting, Joe Hendry pulling double duty this week. He won the International Showcase against Cedric Alexander on Glory. And now, an opportunity to fight for the Internet Championship. Of course, Joe Hendry, a former digital media champion over in Impact. So, quite frankly, Internet title seems like something that'd be right up his alley.
In Canada and Mexico, and I believe in Joe Hendry.
Man, even my girlfriend believes in Joe Hendry. It's so great.
I remember that. Joe obviously pulling double duty this week. He's also competed for the Internet Championship before, unsuccessfully against the Rated R Superstar Edge, of course, and now he's decided that he wants to make double sure that he's going to have a championship opportunity in the near future, whether that's the Internet or the International. And I don't blame him. Take full advantage, Joe. I had a sign-up sheet for the 2 guys who wanted to compete in this match, and Joe Hendry was one of the first people there. I was like, immediately after his match just yesterday, and I was like, "Are you serious?" She was like, "Absolutely." So I was like, "All right, man." Who am I to deny?
Exactly. And I mean, and listen, I mean, Internet Championship almost seems tailor-made for someone like Joe Hendry. Obviously, the Internet playing a big part in his rise. And, well, Internet played a big part in this guy's rise, too, for better or for worse.
The Maverick himself, Logan Paul, who's dealing with an injury right now.
I've seen a lot of people on Twitter be, like, posting, like, celebratory gifts and shit like that.
Which is crazy work. You don't ever want to see somebody get hurt.
Yeah. I mean, my thing is, I get why people hate him, but as I've always said, Logan Paul has always been good for business. I mean, he sometimes gets into controversies outside the ring that don't necessarily help the product, but I've said since the beginning when he got signed, before we even knew how good of a wrestler he was, Logan Paul is just good for business. Like, because again, he gets eyes on the product. He brings publicity. And I've never listened to a single episode of his podcast in my life. But his podcast is giving the company more publicity because he's bringing on wrestlers. Sometimes wrestlers he's actively beefing with. Oh, damn, that's his Tron. That's pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, that's the old one anyway. Yeah, that's still babyface Wesley, yeah.
Have we talked about his gear? It looks like it's Kingdom Hearts inspired.
We have not.
Like, I don't know why. That's just like it's the orange heart in the middle with like the shit connecting from it.
No, it's definitely DBZ inspired because it looks like Saiyan armor. But I get what you're getting at.
Of course, we've probably said everything there is to say. Oh, wow. Getting a lot of air. We probably said everything there is to say about Wesley, a man of the people. He's under the tutelage of Kenny Omega and the prideful Elite. As we saw a little bit backstage earlier, Wesley and Kenny Omega training a little bit together. Lee obviously warming up for this match. Kenny was teaching him how to do a proper V trigger. We've seen Wesley pulled off before, but Kenny's like, nah, gotta have some extra bite to it. You gotta hear fucking shit snap. And of course, Wesley has fought for the Internet Championship a couple of times throughout his career. And this man right here, a former Internet Champion, and for a while, the cause of all of my problems. Darby Allin, former Internet Champion, the man who, unfortunately, lost to Edge at Supremacy, which kickstarted an era of misery I dare not want to go into any more than I have to. But this could be the ultimate redemption tour for Darby Allin if he can pick up this victory tonight. He's not even coming out with a skateboard. Also, congratulations to Darby, successfully climbing Mount Everest not too long ago. And of course, you can forget his unforgettable performance on Sex Sent Me to the ER. I love that. I think he was going under like his shoot name when he did that too.
Maybe?
Like, that's it's such a random like piece of like Darby lore. But yeah, like he was on it. He like lied about the story, I think, because he needed money. I don't know if he was wrestling at the time, but if he was probably like super small indie. So it makes sense. Anyway, 4-way swing.
Oh, you didn't have the face right.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by that. Honestly, it was probably an Alta Tire thing. I don't know why it's not on him by default. And Logan trying to go for the pin right off the first moonsault, gets nowhere. Of course, 4-way swing operates under elimination rules, like a 3-way dance, but just with 4 people. And Hendry immediately going after Paul, and little stunner action right there by Wesley. Now Hendry distracted by Paul, going after Lee, plants him.
Power slam there. Paul swinging for the fences on Darby Allin there.
What's crazy is that I feel like IRL, Darby Allin and Logan Paul would fucking hate each other.
Oh, 100%.
And Joe, a musician, kabonk to the head of Lee. Joe Hendry showcasing his musical skills for the world, and Darby, meanwhile, sidestepping a splash attempt by Paul.
Stomping his face in there.
Something I'm sure everybody in this audience wants to do. Kick to the kidneys and double stomp.
Wesley and Hendry, Paul and Allin going back and forth.
And Wesley able to knock Hendry out the ring. Lee trying to go for something, and that's giving Logan Paul an opening. And Hendry
Planning Wesley to cover.
And Lee out at one, and hey, all right, Joe, all right, you gotta use it though, but I like the table. Now Paul rolling out next to the table. Hey, can you tell Jake to stop rigging his fights? Thank you. He's not a real boxer. Anyways. I mean, there's no doubt Jake has boxing ability. But, like, I mean, then there's videos out there on it.
Springboard moonsault.
His caliber of opponents is very sus. He's taken accomplished, like, UFC and Bellator guys that can fight, yeah, but boxing fighting is different from, like, UFC or even just straight up, like, street fighting, you know?
Yeah, I don't disagree. All these things are true. I mean, but he did fight Tommy Fury. And, I mean, he lost, but he did fight Tommy Fury.
I mean, I don't doubt that Jake probably could beat a legitimate boxer, but I don't think he could defeat, like, the cream of the crop, you know?
I mean, and then there was the Mike Tyson thing.
But, I mean, you could put a fucking caveat on that because, I mean, how fucking old is Tyson at this point? Anyway, here's the cover by Hendry, trying to do the world a favor.
58.
Yeah, see? I mean, Tyson showed... Oh, wait. Paul going for the dirty pin? Can't get it.
To be fair, he's in better shape than both of us, and he almost died, like, 2 years ago.
That is very true. I mean, Tyson showed a lot of fight, like, first 2 rounds, because, like, Tyson's whole thing was about being very fast, being very aggressive. And he was the beginning of that fight.
Logan.
But it was just, you know... Ain't as spry, ain't as young as he used to be. And just, you know... He had to slow down.
Logan Paul is putting on an absolute clinic right now. Bodies flying everywhere. Table.
That table falls
Wesley.
on Darby Allin.
But Logan drop kick.
Now Logan, that right hook getting the best of both Allin and Lee. Oh, what a vicious clothesline.
Turn him inside out there.
And Logan Paul dominating the show right now. And here's the cover
on Joe Hendry.
And Joe not even
kick out.
One.
Hey guys, remember, pin the Pride guys first.
But no.
Yeah.
Wait, you're just talking your guys know. My guys know the fucking deal.
Yeah, Logan covering Darby Allin. 2,
fucking
3, that's
shit.
it.
Damn it, Darby, you let me down again. Oh,
Wesley covering Joe Hendry now.
You gotta hook it hard. Oh,
Kick
shit.
out.
No.
Guitar, Wesley.
Jeff Jarrett, come get your fucking guitars, man.
Wait, no. I was a standing ovation counter. Oh, we were almost in trouble. Poison Rana
turning him inside out. And now Lee catching Paul. The moonsault.
Standing moonsault.
And Wesley wants nothing more than to finally prove his worth and get some championship gold around his waist. And he could do it if he goes on a run right here. Hendry in the corner. Lee saying, hold on, I got you.
Oh, no.
And Lee, nice little kick right there.
Kick.
Oh, what's he thinking? Springboard drop kick.
Drop it.
And now Lee might be going for a weapon or maybe going for the steel steps. And Paul missed the shot block and Lee just straight up dropped the fucking steps on him. Oh, that was brutal. Both these men trying to Irish whip each other, and Lee
Wesley in trouble.
scraping by the hardest barricade in all professional wrestling. You know, we haven't seen guys and girls use that as a weapon all that much. Oh, and a cutter out of nowhere by Hendry.
They've kept it in the ring so far this revival.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, for
but
sure.
again, Wesley in trouble. Planet.
And now Hendry, no one else left to go after but Logan Paul.
I mean, Wesley's right there.
But he's down and Logan Paul's up. You know, semantics. Now Paul sent
Throwing
Stumbling.
Paul out of the way.
So Hendry gonna readjust his focus back to Wesley. Oh wait, he's got the pot. I don't even know what the hell his sledgehammer would be named because he goes to all of them. And Hendry taking down the table by accident as he rolls back in. Hope no one had a table spot
Logan
planned in
never
the
set
near
himself
future.
up.
Wesley gonna pick it back up and middle rope fall away slam. And Lee dropping the table.
Cover. 1, 2.
Uh,
Kick out. Logan's not done yet. Wesley, though, looking to go after Joe Hendry.
I think Lee was trying to help Hendry, trying to bury Paul under the table to help him with the pin.
Oh, kick to the face.
No.
Oh, there it is. Standing ovation.
Oh, wait,
it would have been
a
on the
reversal.
table.
A reversal by
Got it.
Lee. Oh, no. He took down the table, but not the man setting it up. God, what a reversal by Wes Lee, though. That might have saved him
Driving
in
his
this
face.
match.
Oh, definitely did. Irish whip.
And kick to the
Oh, punch to the gut, though.
But Hendry saving the day for
Standing
Paul.
ovation.
Oh, come
Out
on,
of
come on,
nowhere
come on,
on
come on, come on.
Logan. Cover.
Count faster.
1, 2.
Yes, we're down to
3.
2. We are down to 2. Joe Hendry, the internet sensation, and Wesley. Oh, Wesley blocking. What's he gonna do? Oh my God! Inside out, Canadian Destroyer, because he got it from Kenny Omega.
1, 2.
Oh,
Kick out. Joe Hendry saying absolutely not.
God, Lee turned Joe Hendry inside out, and he's still kicked out. And wait.
Oh, that may be it.
Oh, the V trigger! The
What a
V-trigger!
knee.
The V-trigger! But the universe engine not letting him get the pin, but standing shooting star! Wesley, his own version of the V-trigger that he learned from his teachings with Kenny Omega. Lee not wanting to take any chances, wanting to end Hendry as effectively as possible. Wesley knows what it's like to be here.
Steel chair shot after steel chair shot.
He knows what it's like
Cover.
to be on the precipice of something great, but falling
1,
short.
2.
Hendry
Oh,
kicks.
Joe Hendry kicked out. Wesley on him, though. Grabbing the table.
And honestly, this
Sending it up.
is very good by Wesley, keeping his eye on the prize. Something that's absolutely, cost him matches in the past. Oh, and I don't know if you saw the way Hendry crumbled right there.
Definitely not doing too hot. Oh, no. This may be it.
And Lee.
Wesley.
Suplex. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Counter.
Oh, no. Oh, God. Not into the
That
table.
boy
though.
was about to be in trouble.
And Lee. Hendry hitting him on the side of the head.
Flurry of punches there to the temple.
Wesley has almost had this match won a couple of times, but Joe Hendry, the veteran presence.
Very upset Joe Hendry.
The blood on his face. Oh, no. Oh, okay.
Clothesline. He's picking him
Oh,
up.
no. Oh, no. Oh, just don't do it to the damn table. Oh. And Lee going around
Oh,
the
now
table.
to the corner.
And
Working the arm now.
I think Lee, despite his momentum, was able to adjust himself just enough to avoid hitting that table. And Hendry just took Lee out with something. And now I think Joe Hendry going to look for a weapon. Oh, he's picking up those steel steps.
Grabbing the stairs.
Oh, wait, Lee was trying to catch Hendry off guard where he was outside the ring. And he still manages to, against the
Oh,
ropes.
shit. German. but he pops right back up.
Oh, Poison Rana onto the chair. Poison Rana onto the chair. What is on the mind of Wesley? Looking for drop kick, springboard style. He's got the chair again.
Chair shot.
Vicious
Cover.
chair shot. One.
Two.
No, that was at 1.5. The resiliency. Vicious elbow.
Ooh, stiff elbow there.
If you're Wesley, you have to wonder, what do you have to do to win? And I
Setting up the table again.
I think that's the right move, but can he actually plant Hendry this time? Oh, working that arm. That's smart. Trying to prevent Hendry from being able to do that standing ovation. Wait. Does Lee go for it? Oh, Darby's going for the... Wait. He might be. Cardiac kick!
Cardiac kick. That'll do it.
No! He's making sure! He is making sure!
Chair shot whiff, by the way. Cover. 1, 2,
Yes!
3. It'll be Wesley versus Austin Theory on the
Yes!
pre-show. Phoenix Rising.
What a fucking match, boys! Dave, you hear me? Do you hear me right now? Dave, I swear to God.
4.5.
I swear to God. Dave, don't do it to me.
4.5.
You want to.
4.5.
Don't do it to me.
4.5.
Come on, Dave. Come on, work with me
I
here.
think it'll be 4.5.
Come on. Emotional
It might be 5,
victory.
but I think 4.5.
Down to the wire. Yes! Finally!
First one of the year, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep, that's our first. That's our first, baby. Yes! Yes! Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Dave.
Pride gets his first 5-star match.
Dave recognizes.
Thanks to Joe Hendry and Logan Paul.
Honestly, man, both those fucking four-way swings earning 5 stars. Both absolutely well deserved. Wesley did not take his eye off the prize for even a second, and because of that, even though he whipped that chair shot, was able to secure the victory. And as Elias just said, it will be Austin Theory versus, trying to do the W there, versus Wesley at Phoenix Rising. Whew, what a friggin' match. And those two are going to put on an excellent match at Phoenix Rising, I can already tell. And that's just going to be the pre-show match. That's just going to be the appetizer.
Absolutely. We still got, what, 3 tag team title matches, 4 world title matches. It's just a lot.
And then 1 Grapplers Cup match. 8-match card, which is what it normally is. Ladies and gentlemen, as much as we want to sit and rant and rave about that match, we got two other fighters who are already rearing to go. Number 1 contender for the Private Women's title, Zoey Stark versus Michin Mia Yim, who's been a pain in her side for the past few weeks. Mia Yim, she got her opportunity in a showcase match, about a week or so ago. Unfortunately, fell short. But Zoe's saying, hey, you want to prove you're on my level? This is your chance to prove it tonight. In the Nebula, a warm welcome for Zoey Stark, who has been one of the most consistent fighters, in this entire company, getting signed around the same time Athena's won Break the Ceiling. She has beaten Athena twice. She has pinned the Prideful Women's Champion. And I need to really go and check the records, but I think maybe only 2, if not just 1 loss to her name in OCW. And Zoey Stark, battle tested as always. This was a match that she requested. She said, "Hey, I want some kind of a tune-up. I want to get a little bit of action, make sure I'm not rusty. Come my match against Bayley, because she knows how much it's going to take." And I said, "Hey, by all means, go ahead. I don't really have anyone in mind, but if you find somebody, let me know." And as we saw at the beginning of the show, she wants Mia Yim to step up and prove her worth.
I mean, this is a great opportunity to do it. Mia Yim, former member of Glory, now on Pride here, has the opportunity trying to force her way into the title picture if she can knock off Zoey Stark here.
Yeah, I'm still recovering from the last match. But Mia Yim coming in the ring, she's got that intense look in her eyes. Of course, both of us, as fans of Black and Gold, we know very well what Mia Yim is capable of. And as Zoey Stark, said earlier, she said she gets it. She understands what's it like to be a star, to be someone who's got all the potential in the world, but just doesn't have that screen to project their talents on. Sometimes you just need somebody to see you. And Zoey Stark saying, hey, make us notice you. But Stark immediately, vicious clothesline and right hooks. Again, Stark has not been happy with Nietzsche in these past few weeks. And Stark still just absolutely chomping away at Mia Yim. No mercy again. Stark saying, show me what you got. Ooh, we getting some lovely chain. I love some chain. And Yim able to overpower Stark for the moment. Referee breaking it up. And Yim now a right of her own. And ooh, okay. Look at Mia Yim go. And Zoey Starks collapses to the mat. I don't think anyone was expecting to see that. Now Yim showcasing athleticism. Oh, miscalculated on that springboard though, and Zoey hits her splash picture perfect. And Zoey now trying to end this early, and Mia Yim not even giving her the courtesy of a 1 count. And I think Zoey Stark, she stumbled a little bit after that kick. Maybe Yim already done some early damage to that leg. As we've said before, all you got to do to control anyone in pro wrestling, grab a hold of their wrist, and oh, wait a minute. Zoey Stark reversing, though. Of course, Stark, former tag team partners with Shayna Baszler, knows a thing or two about submission holds and breaking out of them. These two tying up again. Headlock by Yim. And wrenching that neck. Let's see if she can transition this into anything. No, it's Zoey who counters, and she's got a hold of that wrist and elbow. Oh, planting Mia Yim on her back. Technical showcase so far by both these ladies. Here's the cover. And out at Uno is Mia Yim. And Stark beckoning Yim to her feet. And Stark drop kick, picture perfect. Again, Zoey Stark absolutely in top form right now. There has been no stopping Zoey Stark in OCW, especially since 2.0 began. Oh, and Yim, a great reversal into a bulldog right there. Zoey Stark trying to catch her sleeping. Now, knee to the face. Fans in the front row. Hope they got their phones out because they got the best seats in the house right now. Referee gets the floor, and Michin, maybe she's going to call for something. No, it's going to come back in. Can't duck that stiff right snap. Drag it into a pin. Ooh. And a great pinning combination by Stark right there, but Yim able to kick out at 1. Yim springboard again. This time hits it with the bulldog.
Bunch of springboard, whatever. I don't know what that was.
No?
Because it definitely wasn't a clothesline and or leg lariat or DDT, but it worked. Drop kick to the face.
Yeah, that was straight up a bulldog. Of course, Mia Yim, she missed her first springboard move. Now she's got to make sure she makes all of them count.
Irish whip.
Ooh, nice overhead suplex or throw or whatever. I don't know. Sometimes I can't tell. I'm stupid.
No, I mean, it's more like not you than the game's animations are weird. But it looked like a overhead throw because the belly is usually a little bit closer because she didn't get full contact.
Mm-hmm.
Or full contact. It's in one chest to chest.
Oh, and Yim trying to go for something there, but completely whiffs and Stark.
Oh, thrust kick. spotted ahead. Zoey Stark. Maybe looking at our next private women's. Oh, she missed a little float over splash thing.
I think the animation straight up had her stumble right there.
No, that's the move itself. Like
Oh.
the move is she catches her foot on the rope and then she falls for it. She just missed. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
That would be funny if they started to add that though. They should. Botches should be a thing again. Oh,
What a kick by Yim.
roundhouse. Nice. Who do you think she is? Almost her black?
Something like that. Oh, you spoke too soon. Oh, and now someone. Oh! And Athena! Payback's a bitch, isn't it? Athena now getting involved.
Look at this lawless mud show you got out here.
Shut up. It's interesting.
Into a Z360?
Oh, wow. Wow. No way.
One.
Oh, she's
two,
out at
kick
one.
out. Mia Yim said, I'll be damned.
Mia Yim almost got a taste of her own medicine.
Into the submission maneuver.
Oh, working on those fingers of Mia Yim. Oh, Yim, quick to reverse it, though. Athena
Elbow to the face.
came out. I guess Athena had some hard feelings about Mia Yim's interference a few weeks ago. And even though, for the time, Mia Yim survived, you can tell.
Oh, what a German suplex. Oh, looking for it again.
A second Z360. Looking for the... Oh, no, not yet.
8 and 9. Top rope. Looking for that drop kick, maybe.
Yep. Now cover.
Uno. Dos.
Ooh.
Kick out.
But a very, very faint kick out.
Now she's looking for that second Z360.
The Z720. Oh, no.
No. Countered.
Mia Yim.
Also,
Tornado.
do you think she calls it Z360 because the Xbox was taken, so she doesn't want to get sued?
That would be kind of funny. Is Zoey Stark a gamer?
Yeah. She's been on Up or Down Up before. I mean,
Okay.
it's not saying a lot because a lot of people have, but most of the people I've been on Up or Down Up are gamers. So
I mean, I feel you don't get on up, down, down unless you at least know something about something when it comes to video games. You know.
nah, Triple H was on that one time.
I feel like the last game he played was No Mercy.
Or Tetris.
I got the block to make the Tetris. Damn it, Sean, you rotated it.
Oh, almost took out the rep there, Zoe.
I don't know what the fuck she was going for there. It looks like Athena has cleared the ring. I mean, again, Athena interfering. That's honestly kind of poetic. Athena hadn't said a thing about Mia Yim's interference.
Working on the knees and legs with Mia Yim there.
And I bet Athena probably frustrated the interference and ended up not doing what she wanted. Because, again, the Z360, but Mia kicked out of it insanely quickly. Now Zoey.
Ooh, close on there.
Oh, Yim, though. Oh, a stiff kick. Mia Yim still got some fight left in her. But does she have an... Oh, Saito suplex.
Doomsday Saito suplex.
Oh, and Zoey. Already back up.
Zoey.
Oh,
thrust kick again. Jesus Christ.
And there she
there
is
it
that
is.
time.
Landed it that time. That is a cool move, though. I like it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Zoey Stark. Middle rope. Calling
Do
for
a shooting
champion.
star. Oh, yeah, that works too.
Drop it. Yeah, she's going to do a middle rope shooting star while her opponent's standing.
I would take my pants off.
Please don't.
No, I won't. And looking for the Z720.
Z360 2 times. So yes, I'm doing it.
Two,
Dude, that'll do it. Zoey started getting some extra momentum heading into her title match.
and Mia Yim gets a taste of her own medicine with the interference, but I'd say Mia Yim, you know, for a while there, she did indeed do what Zoey told her to do. Go toe for toe. Show me what you got. And you know what? Mia was able to overcome the distraction. She kicked out of that first Z360 Mia Yim, absolutely nothing to be ashamed of with that performance. But Zoey Stark continues to be one of the hottest stars in OCW. And she looks primed and ready to take on the two-time Private Women's Champion, Bayley, at Phoenix Rising.
Can Bayley continue to defend the Private Women's Championship, or will Zoey Stark reach the prophecy and come full 360?
Yeah, I like that. But another thing you have to consider, Athena, obviously, to me, it was obvious it was interfering as a little bit of payback, against Mia Yim. But you also have to think for a second,
Maybe she was trying to get in the head of Zoey Stark.
Exactly. We're on the same wavelength today. How about that shit?
We try.
We do try. Because, even though Zoe said, I don't care that you're being hunted by all angles, that is something to consider. Athena, win, lose, rain, or shine, right now holds maybe not all, but holds most of the cards. Regardless of who wins at Phoenix Rising next week, all Athena has to do is present the briefcase and say, I want you next week, and she will get that title match. Obviously,
personally, if I was Athena, I would let you know today that I want the winner of that match immediately after. That's what I would do. That's how brains work. But Athena's a competitor of integrity. She's the forever champion. She's the greatest ROH champion, not just woman, but the greatest ROH champion. Period. Longest reigning ROH women's champion of all time. Longest ROH champion of all time. So maybe she wants to do this with integrity. But again, Athena, homegirl, I'd holler at Stan tonight. I'd be like, look, whoever wins that match, they got me right after. That's what this briefcase is all about. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
I feel like we should put a clause in the next contract that you can't do that.
I mean, well, no. The only difference between this and Money in the Bank is that you have to announce the week before. Now, if they just happen to have a match that night, that's their business. That ain't got shit to do with me. You got pulled up. You're a champion. That's your job. You're a fighting champion.
I guess that's fair enough. Well, I will say, just keep monitoring OCW social media. The second we hear anything, we'll be sure to put it out on Blue Sky. Greg, Gary, whatever the hell your name is, put up the social media Blue Sky right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the main event. One half of the Prideful Tag Team Champions versus one of the greatest men to ever enter the Impact Zone. Matt Riddle, Bobby Roode. Ladies and gentlemen, our main event in what's been a phenomenal night of wrestling.
This is Grab Cup, other side, right?
Yeah, other semis. And Matt Riddle, I guess, deciding he wants to come out to Randy's power tonight and take a look. The first time we're seeing both these guys with the belts. Now, one thing
no way the Scooter is actually still in this fucking game.
Oh, I was just as surprised as you, dude. Like, their whole entrance and celebration is still in here. Now Matt Riddle, Randy Orton holding the brand newly designed Prideful Tag Team Championships. You'll notice the centerpiece of the title, the little bro fist. But there's an inscription on the side.
Like, the whole thing is still here.
Oh, yeah. It's fucking sweet. But there's an inscription on the side of the Prideful Tag belts. It is an inscription. I won't read it word for word here. We will wait until Phoenix Rising to fully reveal that. But whenever you become Prideful Tag Team Champions, you must assume the Prideful Pact. You must show each other that no matter what, you are going to fight with and alongside each other. And these two have not had a chance to compete together yet since the revival. Of course, Matt Riddle, a chance to move on to the Grapplers Cup final. Winner of the Grapplers Cup gets a galactic title opportunity. Riddle could very well become the first double champ in OCW history, but there's a caveat. Obviously, With a win tonight and a berth in the final against Hook, this means Matt Riddle has to pull double duty. But he also has to get by this man. A tag champ, a world champ, a champ many times over in several different companies, being joined by one of OCW's favorite tag teams, Top Flight. Look at the flash photography. It might as well be the glorious entrance with how much shit is flashing. And again, it cannot be understated, the revival of Bobby Roode in this tournament, coming out to It Factor gear, It Factor shirt, and wrestling like he's 10 to 15 years younger. Quite honestly, I mean, when it comes to Matt Riddle and Bobby Roode, honestly, it's either of their tournaments to lose. Both have showcased why they deserve to be in that final spot. But now it just comes down to who wants it more.
If I'm Randy Orton, I kind of, maybe even just the tiniest bit on the inside, want Matt to lose this match. I mean, you don't really want your tag team partner pulling double duty tonight. You have a championship opportunity. Or in their case, defending their championship.
That's also true. And, you know, and the thing is that with tag team wrestling, on one hand, you know, if I'm Randy, I'm thinking, okay, well, at the very least, I can pull a little bit more of the load. You know, I can let Matt get the rest he needs. But on the other hand, you know, Randy Orton, he's still as great as ever, but he's not as young. He's not as young as he used to be. And as we've discussed throughout both shows, you know, you could still be able to go in the ring, but when you get older, you slow down a little bit. Randy, not quite as spry as he used to be. What a springboard moonsault! Riddle's been hitting those all tournament. Randy not as spry as he used to be. That could very well come into play because maybe Randy doesn't want to necessarily have to pull double duty in the tag match.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, you know, Randy's back has been a major source of constant speculation since he's returned at War Games. 2 years ago now? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, that kept him sidelined for over 18 months and led to Matt Riddle having some issues and getting released, obviously, in the alternate universe.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, with that back being an issue, especially looking at the Young Bucks as a tag team who don't mind playing dirty, can Matt Riddle, if in the event that he wins the Grapplers Cup, you know, put himself in a position where he can protect Randy and their tag team titles?
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Again, the Phoenix Rise is going to be incredibly interesting, and we don't even quite know what the full card is going to be. Obviously, position on the card is going to be a major factor. If the tag match is first, that means Riddle's more tired for his match later on. If Grapplers Cup is first, then as we mentioned, he's more tired for the tag match. So there's a lot of factors, but again, Riddle might not even make it. Bobby Roode, while he's getting kind of rocked right now, has been going with Riddle pound for pound so far. And a floating bro! Matt Riddle nailing all the aerial moves tonight.
Riddle now. Yeah, again, the whole point is, and especially if the Grapplers Cup opens the show, with that being a submission-based match, will Matt even be healthy enough? Not even just like from an energy perspective, but from a wear and tear perspective. Like, because if somebody targets a leg or an arm, that eliminates a good portion of Matt Riddle's offense. Stiff knee there. So far, again, all Matt Riddle.
Now, you are absolutely right. And if Matt Riddle is using every bit of his arsenal in that match, assuming it's first, I mean, he's flying, punching, kicking, whatever needs to be done. And again, when he's facing Hook, Hook working on his body parts.
Oh, what a shot there!
You're absolutely right that if that match goes first, there's a good chance that takes away a lot of his offense.
Cranking the neck of Bobby Roode.
Now Riddle did get the longest rest out of anyone in the Grapplers Cup between rounds. Of course, he and Gunther opened up the Grapplers Cup, and it wasn't until last week that Riddle got his second round match against Tommaso Ciampa. But with that rest, it now could possibly be 3 straight weeks right now, it's looking like it's going to be Matt Riddle. But again, anything can change. Guys, please get it back in the ring. We can't afford another fucking count out. I have the count of 3, and I think Bobby Roode's busted open.
Roode trying his best.
And a spine buster.
What a spine buster. Great A spine buster there. Arn Anderson would be proud.
And Ruff, I believe the count
Bring him
of
back
7.
into the ring.
And can Roode convert that into an STF? He's dragging Riddle away from the ropes. Veteran ring awareness right there. Oh, and yep, he's going for that STF. STF, it usually takes 1 if he can wrench back the neck.
I think it's still a bit too early for this, but we will see. Yeah, no.
Thing is, though, Bobby Roode has shown throughout the tournament it's never too early. Stiff right
Oh.
before knee.
Stiff knee there. Turning in favor.
And it looked like Matt Riddle's body for just a second went completely limp. And, boot to the face. And now the stiff
Bobby Roode
punches.
returning all the violence that was been inflicted upon him so far.
Bobby Roode showing that he knows how to punch and kick. Of course, Matt Riddle, his MMA and expertise coming into play in this match. And is going for maybe a snap or something there, but he misses. And Riddle went for something of his own, but he misses. Roode with a springboard enziguri. And now
Roode, middle rope.
broom handle, I bet.
Can he take advantage?
Oh no! Knee to the face.
Meteora.
Oh, Riddle though fighting back. Those long, strong, lanky legs.
That MMA background proving to be a significant advantage for Matt Riddle.
You know, I don't think we've seen Riddle go. Oh wait, Riddle now going for the bro
Into
mission.
the bro mission.
The bro mission. And Roode taps immediately. Matt Riddle is going to the Grappler Cup Finals. He can't believe it. Randy can't believe it.
This just got really interesting, ladies and gentlemen.
Indeed, and Matt Riddle hitting the pose. Randy hitting the pose with them.
They even got like aftermatch celebrations. All right, yeah. Who in here is a Matt Riddle fan at 2K?
I mean,
Let me know.
it's amazing what they keep in. They kept.
'Cause he's been out of the company for 2 games.
He was in 2K23. That was the last one, I think.
Yeah, but 24 and 25 are out, so he's been gone for 2 games.
Okay, when you said 2 games, I was thinking 24 and 23 for some reason. But
No, 24, 25, bro.
But again, you'd be surprised because like Gallows and Anderson's like Too Sweet is still in here. That's what I use for like Prideful Elite and shit like that. I mean, Alistair.
Well, they were in 24.
But like, and Alistair Black's entrance has been, and Adam Cole's, they've been staying in the game.
It's just interesting, like, cause I guess because they know the devs know people make the calls and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I didn't think fucking Arcade Bro would be one of the ones who are like, yeah, no, we got to keep this in here when the fucking when the Hardys aren't, right? Like the Hardy entrance isn't.
I don't believe so, but their finisher still is. You know.
Yeah, that's been in for forever, but like the Hardy entrance isn't in because Matt's been gone for forever and then Jeff's been gone for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's a whole thing.
Yeah, but
I don't even think the Wyatt family entrance is in the game.
I feel like it should be. Well, granted though.
Yeah, it definitely should be.
Well, granted though. Well, Rowan's back, but Harper hasn't been in the game forever. It's probably 2K19 to be honest, unless for some reason.
Well, I mean, Adam Cole hasn't been in a game since what, 2K20?
There were a lot of released people who showed up in 22. Because 22 happened. Because 22 is being developed right before I think like 2 of like the big mass layoffs. So Cole might have made his way into that one. If anything, Roddy was probably in it because Roddy, for whatever reason, Roddy was
Yeah, Roddy was in Diamond Mine.
well, because Kyle stuck around for a little bit after Cole left, because
Maybe 2 months.
but yeah, Roddy
like
stuck
40,
around the longest, for sure.
Well, yeah, because he formed Diamond Mine with the Creeds and Hideo
And Tegan.
No, Tegan. No, it was Ivy.
No, Tegan was there. She was the
And Diamond Mine?
yeah.
No, it was Ivy.
Well, no. So, if I remember correctly, what happened was there was like that whole thing with them where it was like loading, and it would have a different percentage each week, and then it hit 100%, and then I think Tegan came out, and then like the next week, her and Shotzi were tagging on SmackDown.
It was Tyler Russ, Malcolm Bivens, Damon Kemp, Roderick Strong, Tatum Paxley was in Diamond Mine before Ivy was. It was never Tegan. It was Tatum Paxley before Tatum turned into Goth girlfriend.
I swear Tegan was there, like, cause somebody, like, I swear someone came out like like the whole like big reveal thing. I swear to God it was Tegan for like 1 week, and then her and Shotzi were tagging on SmackDown, and that went nowhere.
Brother, I'm looking at the full roster because it was Tyler Russ, it was Hideki Suzuki, Malcolm Bivens, Damon Kemp, Roger Strong, and then they kicked out Tyler Russ because he got fired. Hideki went back to Japan / being a coach. And then it was Bivens, Kemp, Strong, the Creeds. Then they kicked out Kemp, and then Tatum Paxley was there for like 4 months, and then they got Ivy Now when they brought in the Creeds.
Mm-hmm.
I remember being like, "Why is Roderick Strong not on the main roster?"
Well, anyways, we can finish that discussion later. Ladies and gentlemen, the next time we'll be seeing you will be live on pay-per-view. And as Elias said at the end of the match, things just got very interesting. Matt Riddle has an opportunity to become a double champion, but so many different things could happen. Again, we don't know the order of the matches quite yet, but obviously
First he's got to win the Grapplers Cup, then he's got to defend the tag team titles, then he's got to beat either Kenny or Seth Rollins, excuse me. I'm just used to Gunther being in title pictures because it's all he fucking does because he's boring. So Seth Rollins or Kenny Omega. And then, so he's got to win like 3 matches.
And he's gonna do two of them in one night. How that's gonna turn out, we shall see. But ladies and gentlemen, again, we'll get into the mushy stuff.
Nitty gritty next week at Phoenix Rising. But for now, that'll do it. 2.5 stars. Not the best Grapplers Cup match, but that's because Matt Riddle was kind of beat up Bobby Roode the whole time.
Well, I just don't think Dave.
Final thoughts, man.
Dave does not like submission matches. That's what I've gotten from this whole tournament.
I bet money I book a 2 out of 3 fall submission match 5 stars.
Well, it's because it's 2 out of 3 falls. He fucking shits and comes for those.
Okay, well, I'm sorry that your submission matches end fast as shit. I don't know what you want.
Well,
that was like a 6-minute match. You want 5 stars for a 6-minute match?
Yes, but anyways,
that's unrealistic.
Talk about final thoughts. I mean, in terms of the
that's a star a minute.
In terms of my thoughts on the Grapplers Cup so far, I mean, it's been just about everything I wanted it to be. Star ratings aside, had a lot of great moments. We've had upsets, we've had surprises. In every facet, we've had quick matches, had a few long matches, we've had back and forth. Grapplers Cup is here to determine who is the purest of the pure wrestlers. And come next week, it'll be Hook, Matt Riddle. The winner proves that they are the purest, and they earn the prestige of being the peer. I don't know. I had something lined up there and I missed it. But regardless.
I hear it. Right, yeah. But, you know, honestly, as much as it pains me to admit, out of all the tournaments to be held in this company, Grapplers Cup is a strong second place. Strong second.
I mean, I'll take that because I know why you ain't going to go higher.
Well, yeah, because the Dream Open is the greatest tournament in the history of this company. But strong, I mean, the Blonde Bandit was a rip-off of the Blonde Eliminator, which led to the first ever women's tag team champions. But, you know, solid, you know. So, yeah, shout out to Grapplers Cup. I mean, it's better than the House Open. or the Faction Frenzy, whatever the fuck that was. But, you know.
Well, but before he names anything else, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week for OCW 2.0's first pay-per-view event, Phoenix Rising. 7 championships on the line. The very complexity of this company could change in an instant. But one thing.
8.
Well, no, because one of the matches is just Grapplers Cup, then 7 championships.
Internet Championship.
Oh, whatever. Anyways, we'll see you guys next week.